Ladies and gentlemen, would you give our guests a big round of applause? Welcome to Dev Patel and Matt Brown.
It's difficult, man, because I think like stereotype is like a word that's thrown around very loosely, you know. And unlike some other actors, I really embrace like playing who I am, you know. I am a British Asian, you know, that's what they would class me as, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know, a big part of learning about my culture I did on my first film, you know. I spent most of growing up in school trying to shun the Indian in me, you know. And, you know, I didn't think it was cool, and you'd get bullied, so anything you could do to try and fit in London I did. And then I went and discovered this beautiful country with Danny Ball, and I was just like, God, you know. And the girls, everything, I was like, God, this is a metropolitan place, man, this is amazing. I kind of feel like I'm treading new ground as well. You know, like I think as a film, Slumdog opened a lot of doors and kind of catalyzed this interest in India and things like that. Look, man, I respect it as a medium. I think there's enough talented guys out there. And you know, I'm in a place where I grew up in London, you know, and I'm in this kind of very small niche where I can breathe life into stories from my culture and bring them to a whole new generation of people. But I don't see myself really doing Bollywood, you know, if that makes any sense. I want to, you know, kind of approach a more international kind of audience if possible.
Your theorem is wrong. And this is why we cannot publish any more until you finally trust me on this business of proofs. Intuition can only carry you so far.
Stop! I can't hear this anymore. Intuition? You say this word as if it is nothing. Is that all it is to you? All that I am?
Yeah, it's kind of the ultimate fish out of water story. Really, it's a tale of triumph in these two very rigid men meeting. You know, a man from the middle of India being plucked out of obscurity and dropped, you know, in Cambridge. He faced a lot of prejudice, and he had this wonderful mentor, which I think is all right to say that it was kind of emotionally stunted in a way. So, you know, to have a father figure that can't really emote and look after you was very difficult for this young man. You know, I call it a mathematical bromance, and I think it's ran in the press, but, you know, that's really what it is. It's about these two men and their passion.
And what was your experience growing up with math?
Sorry?
What was your experience, your personal
my
experience growing
relationship
up with
with
math?
math wasn't the best, to be honest. It kind of, yeah, I can't sit still for too long, as you guys can see already. And yeah, it's just very alien to me. I'm kind of dyslexic when it comes to mathematics. I've said it a lot, but my father's an accountant, so I would let him down a lot when I'd get the math grades and stuff. But hey, I'm playing Ramanujan now, so we did all right. He's kind of the guy that, like, you know, all the planets revolve around. Like he has this gravitational pull as an actor, which is just astounding. You know, I was so terrified to meet him, and he's got that commanding voice. There was one take he did where he's like, "How dare you judge me?" And I was just like, ah. Oh my God, I heard Scar from Lion King. I was like, oh. You know, I'm a product of extreme luck. And I think when I got that opportunity, I grabbed it with both hands and fully immersed myself in it. But I think what really makes you as a human being is the nose, you know. Being an actor of a minority, you're going to constantly be walking into doors where there's not going to be other people that look like you. There's always going to be a no, and it may take you, you know, more steps to get to where you want to go to, but you've got to keep your chin up and keep trudging along, you know, and immerse yourself in your art, you know, and try and enjoy it if you can. So if no one's going to give it to you, write it yourself. Find someone nowadays who can shoot films on mobile phones. Start doing stuff like that, you know, work your way up.